ranks, then your asses better be in formation north of the stadium.
Orders are anytime, any place.
Be ready. Sergeant J, keep your scouts in line.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Modern Warfare 4. We finally got our first look through a reveal trailer. Turns out we're going to Korea this time. There's going to be a conflict between North and South. The story will center around a young man who has been conscripted into the Korean army, along with Captain Price, who seems to have left Task Force 141 and is now creating a rogue squadron and is now an enemy of the state. Now, off rip, this sounds like a really good story. I like this.
Sounds amazing.
It feels like we're going back to how the Modern Warfare series was, kind of down the lines of how controversial, you know, the No Russian mission was. I feel like we finally got some writers with some backbone, finally. And a lot of these military games use like just random militia groups attacking the U.S., kind of like just to get away from, you know, dragging other countries into our narratives. But I think Call of Duty was a staple, and the reason we remember that No Russian mission is because they were willing to push the envelope in the storytelling.
Savagery is what that was.
Yes. And, you know, obviously a bunch of news channels ran with the idea that these games were teaching us to be violent, but no, it was... No, like that type of stuff stays with you, especially if you, especially if you were old enough to understand what was happening.
Right.
You know, even though those games were rated for 17 up, a lot of kids were playing it. I was playing it way before I should have. But it's nice to know that they're going back to this type of storytelling. It's good to see. Obviously, the game looks incredible. I don't think we were expecting anything less from them. Me personally, I think that COD has the best like motion capture and graphics and just overall look. It is graphically better than what a Battlefield 6 gave us for the story, like Leagues. Like I feel like their character models themselves are way better. Ghost, what do you think?
What?
About just the character, like the way the game looks in general.
I was messing with you. Just messing with it. I think it looks absolutely amazing. You and I talked about it. I think graphically, 10 out of 10. The fact that it's kind of gotten truly back to its roots is kind of nice. I like the storyline for North Korea. I don't know how the North Koreans are going to take that, though. Just to be brutally honest. But, you know, to each its own. I think it's going to be a cool storyline. I think I saw... What's that dude, FaZe? What's his name? That's always saying something stupid.
I don't know. I don't even try to pay attention to any
whatever his name is that calls everybody dads, but yet he's a dad now or an uncle. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I watched, I don't know how I stumbled on like a reel of his, but the movement in the game looks pretty good. Where he was kind of vaulting over some stuff. I like how he kind of crawled up like a gutter pipe. Like, the game looks aesthetically pleasing. And I blame Battlefield for that, but I want to know how it plays, and I don't want to know how it plays from like a streamer. I think it looks amazing right now, but only time will tell.
Right. And obviously this is like their reset, right? Like, they've been getting flack for years, you know, from the community, and for good reason, because Activision seems to have just been ignoring them for years and just telling the COD community what they're going to get. And if you don't like it, you can go play something else. And so they went and played something else. And to be honest, competition is also what forced this reset. And this is why we also say competition is a great thing amongst gaming and like just in the community in general, because it forces developers to have to go back to the drawing board and try something new and actually listen to the community. I don't know what's so hard about listening to the community. I don't know why some developers feel like they know better than the people who've been playing COD for years. I will say that sometimes the community can get the community is toxic. Let's be honest, especially in the subreddits.
A twiddle bit.
But I think also if you listen to like the main YouTubers who've been playing COD, who have made their channel explicitly just based off of this one game, I think those people are worth listening to, especially, you know, people like Exclusive Base. I listen to a lot of his videos because a lot of times he just comes off, you know, he's more analytical about most of the stuff, and that's why I like listening to him. It's not about, like he's not really shitting on the game because I know for a fact that he loves COD. If like every year he is on the COD regardless of like the reception that game gets, he still plays the game. And I like his commentary because, like I said, for the most part, it is analytical and not based off of emotion. And so, yeah, this is a reset from Infinity Ward. Also, I think for the most part, the COD community has grown apathetic to the game in general. Like, people just don't care anymore, and it doesn't generate any excitement in the community.
Well, because they went unchecked for so long that I'm sorry, I don't. Whatever, I can get shit for it. I don't log on to play Call of Duty to play as Stan from Family Guy. And I know that's
true,
beating
yeah.
a dead horse, but like, I don't want to play as Peter. I don't want to play as a fucking clown.
Beavis
I don't want to do that. Where's the no Russian? Like, where's Modern Warfare? You guys went unchecked since 2019 when 2042 came out and just fumbled the bag. And then y'all just rammed it down people's throats if you're trying to be Fortnite. And then eventually, that group that you're catering to for those years has grown up and don't want to play that anymore. And now what are you doing? Because the generation coming up behind them don't want to play that either.
Right. And also, I'm glad you brought that up. I don't think
You're
you're going to
welcome.
get flamed for... I don't think you're going to get flamed for that at all, because the main complaint I see is that, okay, you start off this story, it was like really gritty and dark and militaristic, but then by season 2 we're back to like the reptilian skins again. King Kong's in there again. Like, you're bringing in people, you're bringing in IPs that have nothing to do with this world. And by the time we get to like the last season or like the end of the game's life cycle, it's a caricature of what it once was. And people predict it every single time. Black Ops started out the same way. Oh, we have this nice gritty story. But season 2, here goes some, here we are. We're getting
Stupid
crazy
shit.
again. Here's some mechs. Here's some, for the most part, let's be honest, like the glowing skins, that's a staple
fine.
of COD. That's fine. Like having animated skins, because that leans into COD's arcade style.
And there's
just
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing
But
wrong
when
with
my
that.
gun skin is a unicorn shitting rainbows, like, I'm killing people. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
This is war. We'll go back to those quips from 2042, coming out with gel in their hair. Like, you were just in a war.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't even like to bring up 2042. Just says the blood pressure up.
I'm
But
glad
that's-
from what it looked like. It's back to grittiness, and I'm okay with that.
But here's the thing. Like I said, they all start out like that. But you get these nice looking ghost skins like operators. By season 2, he's got a box on his head.
Got a potato sack on his body.
Got a potato. Season 5, you're playing as Potato Man. Or I don't know, you got Attack on Titan characters on there, have nothing to do with the IP. Like, it's just, they treated it like it was like a money pot, which it was back during COVID. I'm not even going to, like shame them for that, because they were riding high during COVID, especially with Warzone. But now it's just they spent too long not listening. The community's gotten upset. They're some of the like stuff that they should have had, like map persistent lobbies. That's a big thing right now. There's a big conversation around that. That's a big thing right now in Battlefield 6, where we can't get persistent lobbies, so all the time you just join with bots. They took out map voting, so that goes with like no persistent lobbies. Now you don't even get to vote on maps anymore. You don't get to stick with the same people you've been playing with. Like, these are
I got a
these are
rivalry
legacy
with some of them
features.
dudes now. And now I just gotta willy-nilly just let them go?
And also, it destroys the community aspect. because now you don't even get to play with these people like over time, and also that was a way of like building, like getting friends back in the day, because you would play with the same team for like 3 or 4 matches. Like, hey man, like we've been tit for tat for like the whole game. Let me send you a friend request. Like that's how that stuff happens organically. Probably less so now because private chats and all that other stuff. But I mean, I just don't understand why they destroyed these legacy features, because those are what I consider to be the foundation of Call of Duty, and I don't know why they got rid of them. But there are some multiplayer changes that are coming. This is the one I'm not sure how it's going to work, but they're saying they're not going to be no bloom, so hip fire shots will go exactly where you're aiming. Random bullet spray will be eliminated. I have no idea how this is.
That's gonna get old. Guns are lasers. Guns are lasers. They're gonna ask for bloom back.
I think they're gonna ask for bloom back. I don't understand why. I can understand if you were aiming down sights and you didn't want bloom.
Ain't nobody
for that.
aiming down sights. Everyone's hip firing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we'll have to see how this looks in gameplay, obviously. But I do not think that's going to go well. Well, we have to see how accurate the gun is from distance. Because I haven't played a COD. I haven't played a COD thoroughly, like all the way through since 2019.
Mm-hmm.
A Warzone. So I have no idea how that's going to work. Movement, you already mentioned that. It looks so. They said they're done with Omni movement. But
Have
once
you
again,
seen the movement?
They said they took it out. They said there's no Omni movement in this one. So they say.
No, that's what they say, because it looks suspicious. That's suspicious. That's weird, is what that is.
But I like it's once again, like you guys keep throwing in these, like there is no continuity in their upgrades or like their progression as far as the game itself. They bring in a new movement system, then they revert it, and then they add on to what they had with the next. Like there's just we don't get to see the game grow. I don't feel like it takes 2 steps back in one iteration, then we take 3 steps forward, and then the next time we don't get all the legacy features are removed. So yeah, I'm just interested in knowing how that's going to work. They got 12 core maps at launch, plus gunfight arenas and big war maps for like ground war and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of ground war in Call of Duty. I do not think you should. I'd be more of a fan if you did not get kill streaks and there were like some kind of squad score streaks that you can use if you work together. If they were trying to bring in a little bit of the Battlefield crowd, I can see that. Yeah, like I said, movement has been reworked. They said it's fast, it's grounded, it's fluid, no omni movement, and no wall running. That's a plus.
That is. I don't want anybody running along the walls.
Yeah. Classics Prestige will be back. Full creator class reset, faster XP, exclusive rewards. And then they have regular Prestige to keep your loadout unlocked, but you still progress through the levels. So I'm guessing you can do your classic Prestige, which is you get up to like level 55, you reset everything, and then you get like a few cosmetic rewards or something like that just for resetting. Or you can just, those people that don't ever want to Prestige, you can still watch your number go up. I mean, I guess it's satisfying to do that. If that's
I guess.
Play. Prestiging just seems prestiging has always been like part of COD's identity to me. And
it is COD's identity.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at there and be like, what the hell was that badge?
Exactly. And I think that's the main thing of prestiging. Like you just can't wait to like go up through the ranks. Kill streaks would now be assignable per loadout, which is nice. More loadout customization is always a plus. The DMZ is returning. They shut down.
Okay.
Which is crazy. I didn't know they had shut down the DMZ after Modern Warfare 2. But it's nice that this coming back because I believe that was their extraction-based game mode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it was actually kind of fun, to be honest with you. I like the DMZ.
Oh, okay. Well, this time we'll have dynamic weather, moving objectives, and shifting AI enemy presence. So that'll be interesting to see once that comes out. But yeah, overall, like I said, This is the reset. I feel like we enter this cycle all the time. If we get a good COD, this one's doing well up to the end. And then the next one is not as good as the one previous, but it's still okay. And then by the third one, we're off the rails again. Community's in an uproar. And then we get 2 or 3 more of these where they just devolve devolve worse and worse.
I think it'll be a lot different now that Battlefield's kind of made the epic return.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Hit their stride. Yeah.
I think it's kind of put them on notice that if you're not going, like, they got away with them telling us what we wanted versus we're going to tell you what we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're starting to turn away from the big streamers. And I'm not just saying these people, but like 10 the Tapman and like all of them, like they're coming away from taking their notes and getting more into the community of what they want. And if they can do that, it'll be a magnificent game.
Right. Keeping the cosmetics grounded. Listen, man.
It's not all about the clips.
There's so many other ways to monetize this game, right? I would prefer it to be less monetized, but we all know that's not going to happen.
No. They got to make the money.
But there's other ways of making this game monetized without having to break its identity, while keeping the art style. What's the word? Just keeping the art style the same throughout the entire game's life cycle. Please let the aesthetic remain cohesive throughout the entire game's life cycle. Please, nothing crazy. But yeah, the people are concerned about the AI generated stuff that was in the previous games. I guarantee we will probably see that again. I highly doubt that they're going to hire some actual artists to do that. I'll be surprised if they do. It'll be a nice change. I'll just be surprised if they do. The community's biggest concern, like I said, is the serious military tone could once again be undermined by the crossover skins, the black cell, the operator bundles, the vault, like the microtransactions. It's just a lot. That's another thing. It is a lot of bundles, a lot of battle passes. Now Battlefield, brought in the first time I've ever seen you could pre-order a battle pass, which is stupid.
It's absolutely freaking crazy.
We've gone off the deep end when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, it looks like they're listening. The main thing for me will be that the matchmaking. The skill-based matchmaking. Will they have persistent lobbies, and will I be put with other people who have the same connection, all in the same region as me, so I'm not lagging, so my connection remains strong, instead of trying to connect me with somebody around my same play style or same skill level, and then I end up on the West Coast. My ping is at 250 and the whole map is quiet because everybody just doesn't want to jump out and mess up their KD. That's my main concern. So if this Modern Warfare can have a fantastic story, keep its cosmetics grounded and aesthetic cohesive, persistent lobbies, random matchmaking, anything else? Did I miss anything else?
Nope. I think that's it.
And just don't go too far with the microtransactions. Dial it back a bit.
Go all the way. Just kidding.
We don't need 4 different bundles for one season. If they can do
5.
If they can do that, we can have a good COD. Because I would like to play a good COD. I would like to hop on Battlefield. Oh, let's go play Call of Duty for a little bit. Because that's how it used to be back in the day.
Used to be. You don't get that no more.
You got anything else to say? I feel like I'm
Nope. I'm good. Think we covered it all.
Yep. Just trying to think. I think I nailed it, everything. Let us know in the comments what you guys think of this. Are you excited about this new COD? Please, for the love of God, don't pre-order.
Pre-order 2 of them. Give me 1.
I don't even know why pre-order is still a thing. Most people are paying digitally now. So what's the point? I don't get it. They probably just gonna throw in some double XP tokens in there. Good job.
I'll take my double XP tokens.
You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem.
I am.
You guys, make sure you like,
100%.
subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video. We'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye.
Deuces.
You broke a lot of rules, Price. No more rules.